As we head into the second half of 2024, there are a few films I have enjoyed watching more this year than challenges. Backed by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's sonic score, Luca Guadagnino drops the viewer into a rally with high personal stakes, both on and off the court. In this back and forth, Art and Zweig keep the ball in constant motion, each of them seeking to win the match, and each of them seeking to win the affection of Art's wife and coach, Tashi. In the commercial world of tennis, the sponsorships that orbit the players are inescapable. Whether it's Adidas or Gatorade, seemingly every product is branded and placed for all to see, and it had me wondering, even in this commercial world, is it too much? Before we can answer this question, we must first explore product placement and the different ways it is used across film and TV. Screen, plot, and script form the three main categories of product placement. Screen placement is the most prominent form of product placement, as products aren't mentioned by name and have no bearing on the plot of the film. One of the earliest examples of screen placement can be found in 1920's The Garage starring Buster Keaton, where brands such as Firestone tyres and Red Crown gasoline are constantly displayed in the foreground of the frame. Plot placement involves a particular brand or item within the plot that is essential to the overall story. An example of this would be the Cinnabon first referenced at the end of Breaking Bad and featured prominently in
Better Call Saul.
Following the events of Breaking Bad, Saul, who now operates under the alias Gene Takovich, works as the manager of a Cinnabon in Omaha. In his new monotonous life, he seeks to lay low and avoid any unwanted attention. Script placement involves the mentioning of a specific brand or product in the script. Because producers usually have to seek approval for the mentioning of brands, and a script can see several rewrites before eventually being made, script placement is the least common form of product placement found in film and TV. An example of this can be found in Stranger Things, where an entire discussion between Lucas and Mike is dedicated to Coca-Cola, and plays more like an integrated advert than a scene that has any relevance to the plot.
Sweeter, bolder, better.
Within challenges, we see examples of all three of these types of product placements. From the very first page of the original script, which was written by the husband of Past Lives Celine Song, Justin Kuritzkis, script placement is used as Nike is mentioned as the sponsor of Art. This sponsor was changed in the final film, however, as Art is instead sponsored by the Japanese company Uniqlo.
The Adidas thing? Yeah, I'm not going.
Plot placement is used for the Adidas party and is where Art and Zweig meet Tashi for the first time.
I know who you are.
The fictional endorsement campaign for the Aston Martin DBX 707 is a further example of plot placement used in the film. While Challenges does cover all three types, this doesn't necessarily mean that there is too much product placement overall. The budget for Challenges was a whopping $55 million, a staggering amount for a film of its type. As studios continue to tighten the purse strings, the allure of product placement becomes increasingly enticing and necessary. It's a situation reminiscent of many foreign film industries, which have always relied more on product placement due to stricter budgets. From a viewer's perspective, more product placement seen within film could be cause for concern, but it largely depends on how it is implemented within a particular project. For example, some of my absolute favourite product placement ever in film can be found in 1994's Chungking Express, directed by Wong Kar-wai. With Christopher Doyle as cinematographer and longtime collaborator, there has never been any other director that has captured Hong Kong more beautifully and poetically than Wong Kar-wai. Whether it's McDonald's or Coca-Cola, brands are an important thread in the highly commercial and globalised tapestry of contemporary Hong Kong. With the handover of Hong Kong to China looming, the world of Chungking Express is one built on great uncertainty. By utilising well-known brands, Wong draws particular attention to the dietary habits of his characters. The most notable example of this is the Del Monte pineapple cans that Cop 223 buys as his relationship heads towards its expiration date.
不知道从什么时候开始，在每一个东西上面都有一个日子。
The cans mark an end of an era for both Cop 223 and Hong Kong, a point of inevitable change. As Cop 223 changes, so too does his diet, and the once prominent branding found within his life is stripped away. What makes Chungking Express's product placement so brilliant is that it adds narrative, thematic, and social nuance to its world, and is implemented in such a stylish and organic way that it becomes inseparable from Wong Kar-wai's overall aesthetic.
Do you like pineapple?
From a commercial perspective, the world of Hong Kong closely resembles that of tennis, and like Chungking Express, Challengers also uses product placement to further its overall narrative. The constant use of screen placement expands the scope of the court, particularly during conversations over tables. Products are placed centrally to form a branded wall, and by placing the products in between Art, Tashi and Zweig, they serve as a point of division. Tennis brought all three of these individuals together, but it is also what divides them. We see that during points of genuine intimacy, products are placed out of focus or aren't present at all. It's a brilliant and subtle use of screen placement that evolves alongside the characters over the course of the story. Amidst the climax of the film, as the match between Art and Zweig draws to a close, we are on the edge of our seats. After handling product placement with such finesse throughout, we are jarred with some heavy-handed shots of Art Donaldson's Roger Pro sneakers by the Swiss brand On. To risk breaking the immersion of the audience for the sake of product placement is one of the reasons this topic generates so much controversy. When I look at the great artists in the medium, I personally don't think that product placement in itself is inherently a bad thing. As proved by Wong Kar-wai with Chungking Express, or its spiritual successor Fallen Angels, product placement can add layers of nuance and truly unforgettable moments to a film. Coincidentally, the man responsible for distributing Chungking Express in North America, Quentin Tarantino, populates his world with fake products, largely due to named brands turning him down.
I haven't done that much product placement in my movies because for the most part I've actually been usually refused.
Fake brands such as Red Apple cigarettes and Big Kahuna Burger have become iconic signatures of his world, further proving that the concept of product placement is not at all a bad thing. Where it becomes problematic is when it is obvious and affects the integrity of the art. Then in the words of David Lynch, it becomes
bullshit. That's how I feel. Total fucking bullshit.
When Lynch makes statements such as these, he's specifically talking about productions receiving financial support in exchange for product placement. Across Lynch's entire filmography there are plenty of uses of screen placement, and while he did mock the idea in Blue Velvet by teeing Heineken up only to later shoot them down...
What kind of beer do you like? Heineken? Fuck that shit!
He, like any other great artist, uses product placement to enhance his storytelling. Don't get me wrong, I still love Challengers overall, but the shots of the Roger Pro sneakers are egregious and deserve to be called out.
But product placement in a film putrefies the environment. It's so absurd, but it's happening more and more. What kind of a world is this?
Que tipo de mundo é esse?
In consideration of everything I've laid out, do I think Challengers features too much product placement? While a lot of it is justified and adds to the world and narrative, overall I believe it is excessive. Personally, I don't want to see future productions emulate Challengers in regard to product placement, because the integrity of the art should always be the priority, and under no circumstances should it be corrupted by business. But those are just my thoughts. What do you think about this rather complicated subject? And are you Team Art or Team Zweig? Team Zweig for the win, baby!